As the title of this video says, sometimes cash is greater than points when it comes to the travel game and using points and miles. Today, we're going to dive into a real life example using myself as the prop, I guess, for lack of a better term, and walk through my thought process here. And I'm going to be really curious to hear what you all have to say down in the comment section below afterwards. But before we dive in, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. It is free and it gets the channel visible to more people just like you who are watching right now. I thank you ahead of time. Now let's dive in. So I believe that sometimes cash is king when it comes to travel. And today I'm going to present to you a real life scenario that I've just went through um, with this thought process and wanted to do a video about it. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of screenshots I took of my thought process here. So I won't be looking at the camera the entire time, but obviously I'm here talking with you and walking through this thought process. So let's get into it here. So my my thought is, or the premise is, booking a flight coming back home from Iceland later on this year. I'm going later on this year in the fall, and at the time of year I'm going, there are very few flight options as a lot of airlines just shut down travel to Iceland because it's starting to turn into winter there, and there's a lot less people going there in the late fall, early winter months. So there's not a lot of options, but there is a decent option, I think, out there. And using Amex's point.me, the option I came up with here is this one here. And this is a flight using IcelandAir going from Reykjavik to Boston later this year. And so the flight is using JetBlue miles to book IcelandAir. And for those of you that don't know, JetBlue and IcelandAir are partners. So you can use JetBlue points to book IcelandAir flights. So in this instance here, I could transfer over 87,500 points and also a little bit of cash to make this flight happen. So this is the point option. But for this exercise, we're going to pretend that I have no points at all. This is purely I'm starting off fresh. This is the thing I want to achieve. What is the best option for me to use? So we know the points it takes, but I have no MR points. So this is not an option. But I know how many points it will take for me to make that happen. So let's dive in deeper. Let's look at next the cash price for this flight if I was to pay cash. So for this particular flight here, as you can see, the booking for this flight, taxes and everything, would be $881.41. Now, this is for a premium select or saga premium seat is what IcelandAir calls it. And it's basically equivalent to what Delta's premium select is. So it's the layback at a 45-degree angle, nice, big, wide seat. It's a very comfortable seat. I did a video of my first experience with IcelandAir here where I flew that product and I was very happy with it. So that's the cash price for the seat. If I was to use cash, and if you take it's about if you take that cash value plus in the points it would take to book it, it'd be about 1 cent per point is what it would be. So, and that's usually the threshold of where you want to be. I mean, everybody wants to get, 5 and 6 and 7 cents per point and have some crazy awesome value, which is me. I'm right there with you. I want that high cent per point value, but 1 cent per point is the bar of breaking even with value. So it would be about 1 cent per point. Now, again, I don't have points to use. What are my options? So I went through this thought process, and my first option, I was looking at credit cards. So I was looking at, okay, let's look at JetBlue's credit cards. So the ones here that I would be looking at and interested in would be either the JetBlue Plus card or the JetBlue Business card. Um, Now the JetBlue Plus card, we're just going to go with the option that gives me more points, right? So if I went with the JetBlue Plus card, it would give me 60,000 points after spending $1,000 in the first 90 days. So that's a pretty good offer, right? To get 60K in points for just $1,000 in spend, like that's pretty awesome. Um, I think that is a super amazing option. So let's say that I went ahead and did this. I went ahead and I got the JetBlue Plus card. So, let's say 60,000 points after I've spent the $1,000. And, let's say that I've got like, 60,000 points, 61,000 points after I'm done knocking out this welcome offer. Okay. So if I have 61,000 points, well, I still need 87,000 points though. So, um, you know, where's that going to come from? Well, I could also supplement that with buying points. So if I was to get those points, those 60,000 points, as you can see here, I could go ahead and buy JetBlue points as well. So if I needed another, 27,000, just as the example here says or shows, to get to that 87,000 mark, I would need to spend about $400 to buy those points to have the amount of points I would need to book this flight. Well, if you add up the $1,000 I just spent on the card to get those uh, 60,000 points, plus another 390 here, we'll just round it up to 400 just to make it easy. That's $1,400 in spend to get to those points. So that's not bad at all. If you think about it in the great scheme of things, that's not a bad option at all. $1,400 total to get those points is not a bad option at all. The other option is I could buy the points outright. I could skip the card. I could just buy the points outright. How much is that option? Well, let's look at it. That option here is, as you see right here, if I was to buy, and this is just the options that the website gives you, I would need to buy 42,000. I would get another 46,200. So I would have 88,200, which is more than the 87,000 I need, but that's the least amount that I could buy uh, uh, as far as an option goes, as far as what JetBlue gives you in the drop down menu. So I could buy 88,000 points and I would have to spend $1,260. I could just buy the points outright for $1,260 and be done with it. And so that 1,260 is obviously a couple hundred dollars less than the previous option of getting the JetBlue Plus card and then buying the remainder of the points. This option here is actually a little bit cheaper by a couple $100. So in this scenario, if I was looking at the cheapest and the best option to do this flight with, this is the best option right here. The best option for me is to just pay cash outright, pay $881.41 for the seat, and be done with it. And in doing so, I would obviously use my American Express Platinum card to get 5x MR points on that flight booking. What do y'all think about this thought process? I want to talk about it in the comment section below. Like I said, sometimes cash is king in the travel game. So let's talk about it. Also, too, if you enjoyed this kind of video and have not subscribed yet, please do so. It is free and it gets the channel visible to more people just like you who are watching right now. I thank you ahead of time for doing so. Also, too, I do have channel memberships available. It is $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Right now, I'm doing members only videos about once every other week right now. And I'm going to start doing members only live streams here in the next month in August. We're in late July now. So in August, I'll start doing those videos, um, or those members live streams once a month. Also, too, the members only videos stay behind the paywall because it's spicier content that I really don't want out on the public YouTube. So those will stay, those will stay there. If you do join, please tell me. I want to thank you for that. Also, too, I do have referral links for several credit cards down in the description below, for all the Amex cards, for several Chase cards, for the Built MasterCard. You can even buy me a coffee at Ko-Fi using the link down below. If you do any of those things, please tell me. It means the world to me that you pick me out of the plethora of other options out there. And for you to pick me, it means a lot. I want to thank you personally. Now, if you would please do me a big favor and please be good to each other today, okay? And please be respectful. And until next time, bye for now.